could remember what I said. I'd like to find that old-time feeling somewhere in between what I've become. Somewhere down the line must have seemed appealing, so I suppose that it must work for some. But I want to go back to going crazy, believing every word that I was told. You know, sometime growing up, I think I'm getting wise, but other times I just think I'm getting old. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, but all I heard was how I should get ahead. Now growing up, it ain't anything but all this indecision, with these debts and doubts and worries hanging over my head. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I wish I could remember what I said. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I wish I could remember what I said.
It's Charlie O'Melia, who I always get his name right when he's leaving the stage, but never when he's coming up to the stage. And I think it's because I'm always distracted by, oh God, I got to put the microphone all the way up there. It makes me feared for my future. Well, Dave Benham, nice to have you. Going to use both mics again?
Yeah, I'll start out with a little one.
I know you guys are getting sick of going to open mics and having to deal with Native American flutes all the time. No change in the status quo here.
All right.
Like, what kind of intro is that? That's just weird.
Let's see if I play that'll bring it down a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's probably about right. Let's bring this one. Yep. So tonight I am going to play a couple drones. It'll be a drone night tonight. And this one's a Odell Borg High Spirits flute. The first, very first flute I bought in Santa Fe with my wife 5 years ago on our 20th anniversary. Don't play it that often, but it's fun to play. And they're available at House of Musical Traditions.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I played this a couple months ago, and I was unhappy with how it turned out, so I'm going to give it a try again. A big G from Brad Young in Virginia, 432 tuning. That's this one. No, it doesn't. Thanks a lot, guys.
I want to hear that flute without the mics at some point. Like
Yes.
Maybe in a little bit. I'm curious what that sounds like. Maybe. No pun intended. That was Dave Benham. It's too hot to be really excited, but you should still be pretty excited about that. That was pretty chill and wonderful and lovely. When you get something that chill, you can afford to work up some caloric heat in a second after that. Yeah. I'm not even communicating effectively with the rest of my species, so bear with me. This is Acacia Sears coming up. This is Acacia Sears coming up!
Anybody got a pick? I got one in my wallet, but I forgot to bring one. Oh, thanks. All right, so I just tried to tune this, but then I put the capo on, and then everything got. That's the thing. Tuned. Hello, my name is Acacia Sears. I'm going to play some songs for you on this tenor guitar. Hopefully I can remember how to play them. This one's called Marks. If I can remember how it starts even. Oh, you think so? All right, let me start over. This is Marks. To forget to remember you. Just a tiny scratch, a moment I could not get back. For everyone I see, a record of a memory. You occupy my mind. Every mark I make only serves to change the negative space, not for the better, but I'm not sure for the worse. Sometimes they're just thoughts, sometimes they're just words, and sometimes, most times, it's just everywhere. It's just finish this song. I'm sorry. This guitar hates me tuning it. It hates it. Ugh. No, I want to play the song that works in this tuning. Do you want me to just change guitars? It's just because, like, I put the capo on it and everything was fine when I tuned it, and then I started. It just, you know what? It needs an intonation. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Thanks for telling me. I know great luthier too, but like, I mean, you can't fix something that's just old and busted.
Actually, speaking as someone who is old and busted, I would totally like to say that, yeah, you can. However, Anthony Anastasia, you're up next. Well, she's tuning, and you can be forewarned. And then after that, I think we're going to get our lovely featured artist up here. Andrew, are you okay with me just calling you lovely? You're okay with that? Do you want more time? Okay, good. Okay, cool. I'm gonna come sit in your lap a little bit, and that'll be nice. It's a little bit warm, but I meant to call him out. There was a guy who was here who had fixed the air conditioning. You feel that cold waft? Isn't that lovely?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, my God, it's so wonderful. I'd meant to do that while I could still see him, while I could eyeball him, and wait, there he is. There's the man. There's our hero right there. That's for you. It's like I'm normally in the background. I don't take this bit of jar, and I'm probably on the job, so I can't accept you buying me drinks. But you know, everyone buy him a cupcake or something. I don't even know.
I'm gonna put this on the piano. Thank you.
All
right,
you ready?
Rob, I'm ready for you.
I'm out of here.
Do you want to play Ebo? This is my other new song. This one should actually be in tune, so I don't have to capo it. So this song is called Tiny Cameras. I use a lot of metaphors in my songs, but because it's hard to talk about feelings, you write things that... Anyway.
Just an observation, a record of what I have dreamed, a moment that should be recorded or just left to never see. If I could capture just exactly the way that it feels now, I would box it up forever, the way that life does not allow. To appear the way you want them. My eyes are tiny cameras that let in too much light. I took the best shots that I could, made sure the moment was just right. But things never do stay put where we set them on the sink each night. People dirtying their hands in dark rooms full of whispers, hanging prints of best laid plans. Children never get to choose exactly what they learn. You can't unsee the things they've seen or unhear the things they've heard. You can't wait for conditions to appear the way you want them. My eyes are tiny cameras that let in too much light. Took the best shots that I could, made sure the moment was just right. But things never do stay put where we set them on the sink each night. Took my plastic Instamatic, precisely what I should try to keep. There's always been a line between what you feel and what you need. If I just press this button, I wish that it will be alright. Maybe once I'll be proven wrong and find a balance in the light. If there is balance to be found, I will find it just this time.
Thanks, Rob. Sorry for the tuning problems on that first one. My name is Acacia Sears. I upload a video on YouTube every single Thursday or sometimes Friday if I, have a new song or something.
That was Acacia Sears, as always lovely. Next up we got Anthony Nastasi, and I want to make it clear that there's only a couple people tonight who are not going to have probably, maybe, knock on wood, technical problems, and that's going to be the piano players. They're the only people. They're going to be like, it's in tune. Well, check that out. Oh, wow, that's amazing. The rest of us, we're screwed. It's just game over, man. Game over. Anthony Nastasi, come reap the wrath of my Murphy's Law.
Did you properly tune this, though, before I came up? It's not tuned. Is it in the key of F?
Oh, actually, yeah, hold on.
It's a good thing I gave up stand-up a couple years ago. Yeah, it's bad.
Try that.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Oh, hey. Yeah, well, you were... That was my weird impression of Rob's laugh.
I love this board!
I tried. Yeah, we need to fix that.
Let's try this.
I could work with that.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know. Not really. Give me what I need. Anything. See what I did there? So my name is Anthony. My project goes by the name of Farewell Ember. This first song is called Anything. what you need. Anything, anything, anything. Really sucks when you break a string halfway through the song, but still get through it. But it's like a string I needed the whole time. I know, before I used to just stop. Yeah, this will get me through it. Oh, I hate this guitar. I love this guitar, but I loathe it.
It doesn't like you either.
It doesn't like me. We had a
Like
weird.
I said, it's a weird.
We had a weird relationship one night. You know, we got drunk together. Things really didn't work out. She kept talking about Rob all night.
She's faithful like that. You needed strung to death.
Of an EP I put out in November. They are free. Fortunately, I'm not playing any song off that EP tonight. This song was the song that I wrote when I first moved down to Baltimore. Also, if you like what you hear, I'll be at Joe Square July 5th from 10 to midnight. And July 6th, I'll be down at the Waterfront Hotel playing with two bands from New Jersey. The Accidental Seabirds, who played with Acacia Sears a couple weeks back, and another band called Bog Iron Bloom that I was on tour with earlier this year. We'll be down at Waterfront July 6th. This song is called Dancing with My Two Left Feet.
That's why I said you're going to do the hard strum. It's fine. It's faster.
All right. This song is called Dancing with My Two Left Feet. Hey.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta put my shoes back on.
It's been a night.
Jersey.
Got Andrew coming up next. He's our exciting and excitable and beautiful and lovely, but very manly featured artist. He's brought a wonderful hat. I saw him last time in a wonderful hat. I'm wondering, because we got multiple things uncasing up, multiple things moving. Is it just you tonight?
No, my friend Steve Gorshall.
What's he going to do? What's he going to do? He looks dangerous like a guitarist. I should have known it was a guitarist.
He's not dangerous.
Oh. He's not pretty. You're not dangerous. Have I got you confused?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. This one's the pretty one. That one's the dangerous one. I got it all figured out. Okay, excellent. Maybe. Yeah. Here, you take that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
This one, however, shall be for you. I don't want your outie. Well, that looks like we have an outie.
Just this weekend.
Do you sing as well? Okay. Do you say anything clever?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then we just won't.
Sounds like one of these days.
Probably not. I'm just going to stand here in front of the microphone and pretend like I'm the pretty and dangerous ones. Yeah, I gotta try my best. I'm going to try to guesstimate Andrew's height. Sort of there-ish. Hoping for the best. I'm going to leave my mustache hairs in the microphone for him. Make sure it's as sweet. Looks like we're almost there. In deeper. There we go.
Really?
We're going to do Wonderland first. What did you use? What's that? Oh, careful.
See, this is easy, and I'm glad we're having all our weird technical stuff this week because next week is going to be hard. We got Community Center coming out. You remember Community Center from before where I've got to deal with cello and accordion and guitar and bass and I think a horn player, but I don't believe in the horn player. We don't mic horn players here. That's just, we don't do that. That's just crazy. So it'll be a really wonderful night next week, too. We still got a lot of wonderful performers after Andrew here and during Andrew. I mean, he's wonderful, too. I wouldn't book a feature that I didn't love. He's lovely. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Walen.
Hi, everybody.
Everything should be doing what they're supposed to be doing.
sky over me, a silver lining kind of girl. The clouds are all that I can see. She's the place I wanna be, yeah. And she takes me down to her secret garden, that sacred ground, deep inside her heart where I'm home and I'm safe, and there's love and there's grace. Yeah, I'm a lucky man here in Wonderland. And in my wildest wish, never imagined this. Yeah, yeah, she takes me down to her secret garden, that sacred ground, deep inside her heart where I'm home and I'm safe, and there's love and there's grace. I'm a lucky man here in Wonderland, here in Wonderland. Baby, I'm home here in Wonderland. Thank you.
No Woman, No Cry.
I think you'll recognize this. I won't have to introduce it. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Little darling, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. Said I remember when we used to sit out in the government yard in Trenchtown. and observing all the hypocrites as they wouldn't mingle with the good people we meet. And good friends we've had, and good friends we've lost along the way. In this bright future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say. And no woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Little darling, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. So I remember when we used to sit out in the government yard in Trenchtown. And then Georgie would light the firelight. A log would burning through the night. And then we would cook cornmeal porridge, which I share with you. My feet are my only carriage, so I've got to push on through. When I'm gone, I say everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright, child. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright, yeah. Everything's gonna be alright, yeah. Everything's gonna be alright, child. Everything's gonna be alright. No woman, no cry. Please don't shed no